Hi my stamping friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com. Thank you for joining me today for my tutorial, and today it's this one. It's the ATC, the Artist Trading Card Box that I mentioned on my recent video called Happy Mail, and I'm going to show you how I made it today. It's got a little magnet closure and it's double thickness for added strength. So let's get on and make it. So this is my second attempt at making it, because my first attempt was not quite right. For some unknown reason, I hadn't written my measurements down correctly, so I got in a right mess, but I've got it all right now. So let's start with the video, with the measurements rather. So you're going to need 2 pieces of thick Whisper White or thick Very Vanilla cardstock, sold by Stampin' Up. One measures 9.5 by 7 inches, the other 7 by 7 inches. You will need some pieces of DSP. This is the Good Morning Magnolia DSP. And I have cut 2 pieces at 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. I have cut 2 pieces at 3 7/8 by 1 7/8. There's no need to write any of this down. You can find all the details by clicking on the down arrow description bar and heading over to my website, where I will leave all the measurements for you. This is the lid of the box, 2 7/8 by 1 7/8, and the lid front 2 7/8 by 1 3/8, and I've cut 2 little stitch shaped squares framelets for my sentiment. So let's get on with the scoring. So I had already scored this, and I scored it on the long side, and I scored it at 1.5 inches. Get it the right way round. 1.5 inches, 3.5 inches, 7.5 inches, and on the short side I scored it at 2 inches and 5 inches. I cut away the 2 sections here and the 2 sections here, and this bottom section down here and here, and that is what you are left with. Then on this piece here, this piece measures 7 inches by 7 inches, and we score it on either side because they both measure 7 inches, so score at 2 and 5 inches, and turn it round on the opposite side and score it at 2 and 6 inches. And that's the scoring done. So let's hope we've got that right this time, and I'm sure we have. I feel confident that we have. So let's burnish score lines and start cutting. Right then, so on this smaller section, the smaller measurement is at the top, and what you're going to do there is you're going to cut down, and then you're going to cut a little wedge shape like that, and that. So that's what you're going to do on the top, and then you're going to get rid of these 2 pieces here because you don't need them. And you don't need that piece in the middle either, so we're going to get rid of that. So let's get our cutting done. So this is near the top, and we are cutting in and wedging that like that. Cutting in and wedging that. And then we need to cut across here because we don't need this piece. Like that. Could have made a better job of that probably. And then down on the bottom here, we are getting rid of these bottom corners because we don't need those either. Those out of the way. Right then, I'm going to just get my rubber, and I'm just going to rub out those pencil marks because I don't like that. It won't look very good on my finished box, will it? That's it. Right, so that's our two pieces, and that's how our box goes together, like that. And these are flaps there, and this comes round like that. So that's how our box goes together. I'm going to round these corners because I do like rounded corners on the fronts of boxes. Right then, so we're going to put our DSP on now because it will be easier. Let me just pull you out slightly so that you can see a little better. Right then, let's get all our pieces. So our pieces front and back, it doesn't matter which one it is. And then the piece on the sides, I think that is the bit that comes across the front. Yes, so this is the piece that forms the sides, so that's going to go on there. Not quite sure which way up this should go. Don't think it's got an up. And then that goes on there, that goes on there, all there. So let's get gluing. Right, I'm going to use some liquid glue. My very last one that I've got. These on. Right, I'm going to put those on in a minute, those other pieces, because I just realised that we're putting a magnet on it, so we need to get our magnet closure done first. So to start with, you need to glue that to that. So realised I cut those flaps off and I shouldn't have. Gosh, I am getting in a pickle today with this. Oh, I should have kept those flaps on. Oh well, we can make this work. So don't cut these flaps off of the smaller one. You need them. Just keep those on because those flaps are going to go on the inside. Right, so let's put some glue on here. Put that on top. Just check. I think this will work mainly because it's thick Whisper White, but you see those flaps would have helped to just give a better corners. And then this is going this way round, so we're going to put our glue on here. So I've made the mistake so that you don't have to. So bring that round and glue that down. I'm just thinking that I could salvage this by putting a piece of cardstock in there to just act as a strap, so that we've got something going on. So let's hold the boat there. So I need about 1, 3, 5. So 5 inches. I'll be back. 5 inches by 2 inches would help, wouldn't it? So sorry about that. So let's get the scoreboard again and just score this at 1 inch on either end. 1 inch, so that's 1 and 4. But you won't have to do this because you're going to keep your edges, whereas I cut them off. Silly me. Right, so I'm just going to stick that like that. And now I'm going to add liquid glue along here. I'm going to open that up and tuck that in to the bottom there. And ladies, you know how when Gaynor goes a bit wrong, she always finds a solution. Well, that's what I feel like I've done. And you can see that that has worked. So that will give that extra stability once I've stuck that on the base. So I'm going to stick some liquid glue on here as well. It's going to be nice and strong anyway, this box. All these thicknesses on it. Right then. So I need to stick that to there. So glue on here, but you won't need to do this because you're going to keep your flaps. And then glue on here. Right. Right, that's it. Right then. Yeah, that's worked. So that comes round there like that. So now we're going to put our magnets on. Oh, I've got sticky all over my foam folder. Oh. Let's got that clean. Right. Now, my magnets here. Now I've used my stronger magnets, which are 8mm by 1mm, and I got these from www.webmagnets.co.uk, And I did get these off Amazon, but I think if you buy them direct, they'll be cheaper. So we need 2 for that. And they're strong indeed. I'll put those away. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick them on here. So I'm going to get myself my glue dots. And I'm going to stick that. Let's see where we want to stick that. I need to stick it in a good place. So about here, I reckon, is good. And then we put the magnet. Where's my pokey tool gone? Right, I'll use this. That's it. And then we're going to stick that down. Nice and square. And then we're going to try and leave that apart from each other. Done it. Right. So now we can stick our DSP on the front. And I'm just going to put some red line tape across that magnet so that, just to make sure that that sticks. Just to make sure that the DSP sticks. And that. Right, to take that off. And add the DSP. And I could have added the DSP across here because I put the magnet underneath, so never mind. But I will cover that magnet probably with another piece of DSP. But I won't do that now, I'll do that after the video's ended. Otherwise it will mean that I'll have to go off and cut another piece of DSP, and that's too much wasting time. Right, let me just get that glue that I seem to have stuck to there. It's annoying me. That's it. Right, let's decorate our box. So we've got our piece for our sentiment, and I've got the butterfly gala stamp set, and I've chosen Hello Beautiful from that, and I've prepped that on a block, and we're going to use black StazOn, I think, for that. Black StazOn, yeah. And we're going to stamp that down in the middle. Well, we are when we think it's properly inked. Perfect. Right then, so that's going on there. So while that dries, I have got my butterflies that I have stamped already from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. So I prepped them up to save time. And I've got my Butterfly Gala punch that punches them both out. So we're going to punch them out. So line them up. And then I always stamp the little bodies afterwards because I never seem to line them up right otherwise. So I've prepped up the little bodies on here. So this is for the big one. I'm going to press that in there. Perfect. And then I've got my little baby body. We're going to stamp that down there. Perfect. And then we can pop that away. I'm going to leave that to dry. Just leave those to dry a moment. And then we're going to glue this on top of here. There we are. And what are we going to decorate it with? Let's have a look. Let's decorate it with some nice rhinestones. So we're going to put some big ones in the middle. And then we're going to have some medium ones. And some small ones. Oh, I've moved that, haven't I? Perhaps not. Like that. That's quite pretty. Very pretty, in fact. Right, so that's going to be popped up on dimensionals. Here. Hello beautiful, like that. And then we're going to put the butterflies on here to decorate. So fold your little butterfly wings, get your liquid glue, and attach those like that. Same with the little one. Do we want the little one on the front here? Yeah, let's put the little one on the front. Put that there. Lovely. And then we're going to finish that off with some of our rhinestones. So let's pop one in the middle then. And then we'll have 3 in the middle of this one. Cool, just take your pick tools, brilliant. Love it. Stampin' Up products. Fabulous. Right then, I think that's it. Finally, we have made our box. Oh, I didn't put a little bow on the front. Oh, let's do that. That'd be nice, won't it? Let's get my bow maker. And I can find it. My bow maker. I had my bow maker. What did I have? Oh, come on. Here it is. is right in front of me. This is my bow maker that Gaynor bought me. So I'm just going to use some of this white ribbon, and we're going to make a bow. I think that's about that size. So let's get the big scissors to cut that with. I think we'll go round and round twice with that and make a double one. That's what we're going to do. Right, so let's cut that about there. And then we come up with our tail. And then we come, let me bring you down so that you can see what I'm doing with this bow maker. So what you do is you go round and round twice, and then you come up and round the middle and then tie it off. And as you tie it off, you make sure that your knot is going to be right slap bang in the middle of that bow. And you pull it tight. And you pull it off your bow maker. Then you have a beautiful bow. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And then we're going to need to chop the tails because that's a bit long. So let's chop the tails. Gorgeous. And then we're going to stick that on there. Oh, I love it. Let me put this away with my pin. Stops it unravelling everywhere. So what have I done with my... So let's put a glue dot on that. In fact, we're going to go for a couple of glue dots. And then we're going to pop that on the front there. And doesn't that look gorgeous? Oh, lovely. So let's put that away. So that's our ATC card maker box. I think you'll agree with me that it's beautiful. Beautiful. So thank you for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button and tapping the bell to receive all notifications from me. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget, if you want the measurements, they'll all be over on my website. Click the down arrow description bar in this bottom right hand corner and then click onto my website, and that'll take you to the page that you need to go for my project. Until next time, bye for now. Bye.